Most, if not all, Filipinos are easily impressed by specs. Barring build quality and other factors, as soon as we see a high-end spec on paper on any rebranded phone, most will drool and marvel at it. Some may end up impulsively buying it. I would not blame my fellow countrymen, as I too am a sucker for such phones. And with a steep price of high-end phones, this addiction is understandable. As Samsung and Apple continue to dominate the high-end smartphone battleground, one international brand has slowly but surely been making its way up by going down. So instead of taking a dip in the high-end wars, Asus is taking its talent to the budget phone arena. Announced last January 2014 and reached a few weeks ago in the Philippines, Asus Zenfone 5 has become a phenomenal hit that its Philippine Facebook page has grown to a full 1,000 in a short span of time. Hey, what is up guys, it's Norman 3000 of YouTube, and this is the review for
the one, the only Asus Zenfone 5!
Asus Zenfone 5 is undoubtedly one of the best looking budget phones to date. It is so good it can even pass up as a high-end smartphone. The phone feels and looks expensive. It definitely screams premium. Zenfone 5 sports a 5-inch 720p HD display. As far as displays goes today, 720p may feel a little bit dated, but looking at its price point and from a trusted brand, it can still be categorized as a win. Looking at the screen, it's actually nice to look at. It has the right amount of brightness, the text is sharp and crisp, and has good viewing angles. Quick browsing and movie playback will definitely be an enjoyable experience with this phone. One of the most important factors for a phone today is the function as your daily multimedia driver. For Zenfone 5, it functions amazingly well in that aspect. On loudspeaker, Zenfone 5 sits with those in the poor category, as it has a very disappointing loudspeaker. As far as listening with headsets go, it jumps to one of the best performers. It has clean audio output, respectable bass, and the right amount of loudness. For gaming, Asus was able to play all non-HD mainstream games. However, playing games such as NBA 2K14, Dead Trigger, Dark Knight has shown some stutters and lags. They are not that noticeable, but every now and then you will notice some lags.
Web browsing and YouTube streaming is another strong suit of Zenfone. I have had no problems in opening web pages and streaming videos.
Feel intact even after continuous use. Sporting a 5-inch Full HD 1080p display, Sharp P3 pushes its boundary even further. Icons and text look.
Hey, what is up guys, I'm KBHD here, and the new Nexus family.
Asus Zenfone 5 sports an 8MP main camera and a 2MP front cam. As far as smartphone imaging is concerned, Asus does not have a good and strong reputation. As for the Zenfone 5, it has good main camera which has tons of features including the famous selfie modes. You can check out the pics right here. Asus Zenfone 5 is powered by a dual-core 1.6 GHz Intel Atom processor. I have to admit, this is my first Intel device. I was skeptical at first, as I was one of those who thought cores are everything. But when I tried it, it was actually amazingly quick and responsive. Swiping between screens shows no significant lags, and partner it with a 2 GB RAM, opening apps, and multitasking feels breezy. The device has an 8 GB internal memory, which has a 5 GB usable memory. It is good enough for all your apps and 1 or 2 HD games. The phone also sports Zen UI, custom skin from Asus. Android lovers have always loved the stock Android experience, and Zen UI tries to mimic the simplicity of stock while adding some niche features and Asus' own personality. Functioning as a phone, Zenfone 5 has a clean stock SMS and a custom Asus keyboard, which looks and feels like a love child of SwiftKey and Android stock keyboard. It functions very similarly to Android stock rather than SwiftKey. Call quality, both as a receiver and a transmitter, is good.
Battery life is probably the lowest point of Zenfone 5, as this device is not made to last you a full day. Steering into the budget-minded market, Asus made a premium device well worth over the price and then some. As of today, there's only one phone that can compete with Zenfone 5 head-to-head. A review of that device is in the works, and a head-to-head video against Zenfone 5 is also upcoming. This has been Norman 3000 of YouTube, signing off.